Hide or Die update number 7 is here, and there's quite a bit to say. Starting off, VEC4 has shown us that killers will have special abilities, which is very exciting because now we can all hype about what special ability each killer's gonna have specifically, and get ready for this. They have shown us one. Well, we do know the Fisherman has one as well. We've vaguely seen that, not in final form yet, but now they are showing one and it's close to finality. Get ready for this. They have shown the special ability for the Mad Scientist. Take a look. We're gonna go ahead and just call this Thunderdome. The scientist lays down or throws a gadget that creates this massive dome that will trap survivors within an area. I'm not sure how big, but it looks to be pretty massive. Now, with this dome, how's the gameplay gonna work around it? This raises a lot of questions. How long will the dome be up? Will there be any kind of rare item around the map for survivors to get? That way they can push through it and get outside the dome, leaving other survivors inside? This all has great gameplay potential surrounding it because survivors outside the dome will still be getting objectives and what have you done, with that breath of fresh air of knowing that more than likely the scientist is still in there hunting people down. The survivors inside the dome will be encouraged to hide for lengthy amounts of time until the dome subsides and they can get the hell out of there. Now, next up on the list is the lighting. So, long story short, the lighting and atmosphere will change match to match, even if you're playing on the same map. So with these lighting changes, combined with the procedurally generated map system, you'll never be playing the same match twice. And with the lighting and atmosphere changes, it'll give a whole new mood to the play space every time you get into a match. Very awesome, very awesome. When you die, there will be a spectator mode, and the team is working on what kind of spectator mode should be implemented. Now, before I get into it, I was a big fan of the first-person free cam mode in the alpha. In terms of content creation, if you wanted to move the camera inside, set it up in a corner, put it down on the ground, and really kind of set up your own film shots, you could do that pretty easily back in the alpha. Now, that said, they are playing with the idea of flying around as a crow. Now, I think that's cool, and it's a great idea, and it just looks really frigging awesome, as you can see right here. But maybe it should be an additional option to the free cam, because with a crow, you're not going to be able to spectate as easy inside buildings, sheds, you know, that kind of thing. Now, additionally, they'd have to make the crow invisible to the killer, otherwise you're going to have the problem of spectator crows flying around survivors, giving their locations away. But it would be cool if the survivors could see the crows, adding a unique layer of atmosphere to the game. And it would be cool to see the team kinda expand on that in the future. Maybe you could be an invisible poltergeist that could roam around simply interacting with things that could give other survivors a scare. You know, messing with items in the scenery, like a pot falling or a tree blowing stronger than usual. Something happened that's, you know, just things that would set players at unease, you know, making them uncomfortable. Kinda like that game called Haunting back on the Sega Genesis, where you played a character called Poltergeist, where the residents of the house could not see you, and you possessed certain items and they'd frighten the family. I may be digging too hard with that one, just for a spectator feature. It's kind of a lot of work, but it would be pretty cool if there were actually a ton of things the poltergeists could do or possess to influence items around the map. You know, spectators are still having fun, even though they're not playing, because in this game, the killer is OP. You're gonna be dying a lot. It'd be cool to have it when you know you're going into spectator mode. There's something really fun to do. That poltergeist thing actually would be pretty fucking awesome, but it would be a lot of work. And also, that way, you know, if you did do a poltergeist in a way, that the match sort of gets more suspenseful as more people start to die, because now you got all these freaking poltergeists running around. And there would have to be cooldowns on what things you could actually make move in the environment and all that kind of stuff, so it's not just happening all over the place and it's too crazy. But yeah, well, let's move on. Most of the animations are coming along fantastically. I love how the scientist has a few different animation cycles for his attack, as opposed to just one. With the porta potty kill, I know it's just work in progress, but it's kind of rough. It kind of looks like the killer approaches, bangs the survivor's head into something, and knocks him out. Whereas I don't think that would invoke a big reaction out of the survivor, nor the killer. You kind of want something that will make the killer feel very satisfied as a kill. You know, maybe banging their head shut in the door and then coming down on their skull with the weapon, and then watching the pool of blood spill outward from the porta potty along the ground. You know, just something or anything that feels brutal. It has to feel strong. Like, you want to make the audience go, whoa, rather than, oh, I'm dead. Death is the end of the player's session. It should be met with climactic end, and a part of that ending is the kill they receive. Now, last but not least, I saw mention of changing the carnival petting zoo area into a sort of backstage trailer area where the performers would hang out backstage. While it would have been cool to see an area full of slaughtered animals, because yes, that would be creepy as fuck, I do like the backstage idea. Now, the only thing is, at theme parks specifically, like Halloween Horror Nights, the creative directors and set designers are usually pretty careful about not letting the public see the backstage areas at all. So you'd have to put a black wall or put some kind of wallage up around that area to keep the guests, survivors, from seeing backstage, you know, so it's set up appropriately as the environment. So maybe when you do run backstage in that area as a guest, aka survivor again, it'll definitely be a major contrast over the onstage areas of the park. Not as impressive looking because it's backstage. It's kind of lonely, quieter, darker, you know, and not as lit. Good place to hide, you know. Really nice place to hide back there. And really good ideas though. I like it. All really great ideas. But that said, you guys, I'm super hyped about all of this. I mean, come on. Every time the HOD team drops an update, my mind is just like, whoa, the hype is real for this game, and I'm super excited. I'm so excited, you guys. I can't wait. We're so close. But until the next update, just a few more weeks now, I'll see you guys in October. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.